Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the second issue of Black Adam. Now, as you know, Black Adam is meant to be a more darker counterpart to Shazam, and eventually got a 12-part series. And yeah, I'm now up to issue 2. I was hoping to get the issue last week, but because of deliveries being late, I eventually got it today after work. And the cover has a kind of more like painting-like style, and it starts off with a young boy in the streets of Kahndaq, and even seeing him sort of being sold off to slavery, until we kind of see how it turns out it's all part of Theo Adams' mind, and he's talking with an old friend of his, saying that she's mainly undercover, sorting out things with Kahndaq. And of course, we kind of see how eventually he sees that the young boy isn't mine again until he becomes real, saying, "Stop, damn it! A man is dead," which makes this a danger. Get our game before you, boy. Shazam! And of course, if you don't know, this is meant to be Black Adam's nephew, who back in Black Adam's origin, in the New 52 run, killed him to claim his powers. Now, it's also implied that Black Adam's nephew is meant to have been reincarnated as Billy Batson to become the proper champion. And we see how he says, "I murdered you nearly 5,000 years ago. Shazam! Very well now. Let us discover the game." And of course, we see how they basically try to chase each other, and even points out how he rescued him, and eventually ended up getting both Shazam powers until he murdered him, and of course disappears in light speed. And even saying how that he made the jump to light speed and that, but of course turns out it's all a trick, and it's actually Darkseid pulling the strings. And we see how Black Adam's descendant, Menig, is basically trying to figure out if they have any sort of technologies and all that to help Black Adam, and is even given tea, which he doesn't like. So of course they find Black Adam on his deathbed, and him saying, "Now, his secret CTBC and all that," and we see how they don't know about the kind of technology that he has, as Black Adam's more of a mystical based hero, so they don't know how to treat more mystical based ones. And him saying, "You are to succeed me, inherit my power, defend Kahndaq, your ancestral homeland." And of course, mainly decides to give him the ring to access his powers, and of course doesn't really want the responsibilities, so they try to force him into it by shooting him, so making him take the ring, where he basically becomes White Adam. Now, I know a lot of people laughed about this, but there's a difference. The point of Black Adam was meant to be a dark reflection of Shazam, while White Adam is basically meant to be a sort of new symbol about bringing a new tomorrow. And of course, we see how he wonders why he's dressed up like a male stripper, and him saying, "What did it call me? I have murdered countless innocents. I have scrammed countless with forces of darkness." And of course, tells him to take on the responsibility. But we do see how White Adam decides to save Black Adam, and takes him back to New York to help save him. And of course, turns out that the professionals are going to let this be. And of course, we see how both White Adam and Black Adam's aide basically talk about the responsibilities and that, and how, you know, maybe this will be a chance for both Black Adam and White Adam to set things right. But sadly, turns out Black Adam's dead. And yeah, this is the story. So I think, to me, issue 2 is pretty good. You can tell Black Adam wants to kind of pass on his legacy to someone who can be a better Shazam than he did, because you can tell the point Black Adam is not meant to be evil, but wanting to try and do the right things. And I think the point of the White Adam name is meant to help redeem and kind of bring honor to Black Adam's legacy. Kind of like how Tommy Oliver's son took on the kind of Green Ranger powers. It's also kind of like how Gohan continued to kind of fight for Goku after he was basically murdered during the Cell games. So I think this one still deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.